boxing, you seriously gotta get your shit together, because really, why do we even have ties in boxing? I feel as though that really we should just banish that tie shit. You know, why do we have ties in boxing? If the judges feel as though that it is a tie after 12 rounds, just have an extra round as a tiebreaker. Isn't it that simple? Why in sports like boxing we have ties and stuff? You know, I already hate ties in boxing, football, and hockey and stuff. So why do we even have ties? Ties are very stupid to me and stuff, and especially in boxing. I feel as though that Bernard Hopkins was robbed in this fight, and yes, you Pascal fight fans could come on this video and bitch and moan and say, oh, he's a dirty fighter and shit. You know what? That first knockdown in the first round Pascal had over Hopkins, that motherfucker clearly hit Hopkins in the back of the head. You know? And you people bitch about Hopkins being dirty. Pascal was doing some dirty shit in this fight also. Man, I just have to say, man, this is bullshit. Boxing need to get rid of that stupid ass tie system that they have. Just have an extra round to just have as a tiebreaker, and then let the judges judge if it is a tie. You know, if it's a tie, just have an extra round. That's all I'm saying. It isn't as simple as that. But yeah, man, I feel though Bernard Hopkins, he won that fight. Don't get me wrong, Pascal, he did his thing. It was a very close fight, I have to say. You know, but I feel as though Hopkins was robbed of the fight. Hopkins, you are my hero. You know, you are very underrated. You are a legend in boxing, an underrated legend in boxing. You really don't have a lot of casual boxing fans, you know, talk about how great Bernard Hopkins is, because they really don't know about him like that, you know, and it's a shame, man. It's a shame. You definitely is in my top 20 fighters of all time. Maybe top 10. Maybe top 10 in my top 10, because you know what, man, you're just a great fighter, man. You know what, man, you did show signs of getting old and rusty, but after the fourth round, you know, you locked that shit down. You locked that shit down. You came back with your determination and heart. You know, you showed everything that you had. You know, you basically wore your heart on your sleeve. You know that you just basically went out there and just after the fourth round, you locked that shit down, in my opinion. You know, Pascal, hell, Pascal ain't had his hands up after the fight. He probably felt he lost. That motherfucker ain't had his hands up. You was parading like you won that fight, and you definitely did win that fight. But this bullshit and system of draws and stuff in boxing have to stop ASAP. It's completely bullshit. And yeah, you fucking haters on here and Pascal fans that don't think and realize, and you know, fanboys of Pascal, yeah, y'all can bitch and comment all y'all want. Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. You know Pascal lost that fight. That motherfucker Pascal ain't even had his hands up after the fight. He knew he lost. You know what I mean? He walking around with his head down and shit, looking like a little bitch and stuff, while Bernard was parading around in that motherfucker. But yeah, man, I have to give it up to the Canadian fans. Quebec, Canada is one of the best crowds and fight atmosphere. So right now in boxing, in my opinion, one of the best fight cities in boxing. You know, really, I wish that the U.S. crowd was more like the Canadian crowd, like they showed tonight. They was on the edge of their seats just to watch this great fight. You know, it's just mind-boggling that this fight was a draw. This fight was not a draw. And again, boxing, you could just have a tiebreaker round to settle a draw if the judges think the fight is a draw. It's simple as that. Bernard, man, you know what, man? You know, after this, man, I don't know what you gonna do. You probably want a rematch with that motherfucker, and yeah, hopefully you do get a rematch with that motherfucker. But yeah, man, Pascal, man. Pascal and his bitch ass fans probably gonna get on this video and be all moaning and complaining. Bitches, fuck y'all Pascal fans, you know? Pascal, oh yeah, y'all motherfuckers probably be like, oh, Pascal ain't a dirty fighter like Bernard. Pascal, that first knockdown, the first round Pascal had over Bernard, Pascal hit that Bernard Hopkins in the motherfucker back of the head, man. Clearly. But yeah, y'all motherfuckers keep on being Pascal fanboys and keep on sucking that man's dick, bitches.